So one of the important things for making New York City a vibrant startup hub is getting students involved and aware of startups. You've been involved in HackNY, which can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I'm an advisor to an organization called HackNY, which is co-organized by a professor from Columbia, Chris Wiggins, a mathematics professor, and Evan Korth from NYU. And the goal of the organization is just to kind of, they've joked, kind of like save kids from the street.
They say keeping the kids off the street.
Keeping the kids off the street, right? So to take our best and brightest in the maths and sciences, instead of having them end up at Goldman Sachs, to have them end up in New York City startups, because there are just plenty of opportunities for students here, but the Goldman guys get in first with these. With
they basically cater breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Columbia's math department.
Yeah, so like and what's great about it is it's about creating community. First and foremost, it's about creating a community. A place where kind of kids feel safe to like come meet one another and hack. So we're doing a hackathon just coming up in 2 weeks, April 9th and 10th, and it's students only. So it's like not recruiters kind of hassling students. Startups have to apply to demo an API or data set, and then the students take that and they hack on it. And the next day
we're actually doing Hunch is doing it, and we're actually also taking we got a summer
internships, right? Yeah. So at the end, people kind of demo what they've done. And that ultimately feeds into a summer fellowship program, which is totally, we've raised money from great kind of New York City area and Silicon Valley investors and foundations where students apply to be a fellow, and we pair them up with, again, great New York City startups. And everything, it's a paid internship. And once a week, we have dinners where somebody from the startup scene will kind of come in and share their knowledge and kind of mentor the fellows, and at the end of the summer, there's a demo day where the students kind of present to their friends, family, the whole program, what they worked on that summer. And last year, I went to both hackathons, the spring and the fall hackathon last year. I did a talk during the summer, and I went to this demo day, and it's just really incredible that in giving kids a place to kind of meet one another, feel safe, and just like do what they love, which is just like hacking and working on projects together. Mm-hmm. It's great because again, it's solving for a problem kind of like 5 years out. It's the more people, we're building a foundation where the more kids that get in, interested in startups now, it's not going to kind of solve hiring problems overnight for startups. But if we can kind of build that culture, because again, it doesn't really exist here in the same way that it does in San Francisco, and so building that culture, building that community, getting kids excited about startups is, I think, really the future of New York City tech. Really hinges on solving this problem, and HackNY is the premier organization to do that.
I agree. I think they're awesome. I've gone up to Columbia and NYU personally a bunch of times with them, and I think it's great that these professors are just doing it. I think because they want to.
It's a 501c3 nonprofit too.
Yeah,
it's not,
they're just doing it. They're just doing it because they want to.
They love it.
And one other thing you got involved with is you, I guess, are an advisor to Lerer Ventures. Mm-hmm. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I joined Lerer Ventures, which is a New York-based small angel fund, $8.5 million fund, which was founded by Ken and Ben Lerer. Ken was one of the co-founders of the Huffington Post. Ben Lerer, Eric Hippo, Jonah Preddy are advisors, and Jordan Cooper is also a partner. Mm-hmm. And I was brought on to kind of help advise them and kind of because I think when you look at everybody in the fund has this really great background, but then the kind of having the pulse of kind of like the young web, the meme culture, and just it's hard to imagine the partners ending up at something like HackNY, for example, and it's something that like I know and love. Yeah. And so just helping them.
I think Lerer Ventures has been one of the. I think Lerer Ventures, BetaWorks, Roger Ehrenberg, I'd like to think founded Collective, like a bunch of these sort of seed funds with people who have experience with the internet has been. We of course invested with Lerer Ventures in your company and a bunch of others. I think they've been like a critical part of kind of this resurgence of New York startups.
Yeah, absolutely.